Today, I'm going to be showing you how to turn AI into your personal dream team of experts. A personal trainer and a physical therapist, a dermatology and skin health expert. We're going to use ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. People are determining whether AI is good or bad. My personal take is that it's both. But the truth is, it is here to stay. And so instead of dwelling on the past, I like to pivot and move forward. So let's take a moment of silence for the pre-AI world together right now. Okay, and now let's turn your large language model into any expert that you want. But first, let's just briefly go over what an LLM is. LLM stands for Large Language Model. Basically, it's an AI trained on massive amounts of text, and it can predict patterns in language. Think of it like a super fast researcher who can act as any expert that you would like, so long as you actually tell it how to act. AI does have risks. I don't want to gloss over the risks. It can spread misinformation if you don't check its sources. It can reinforce biases that you have if you do not prompt carefully or if you don't think critically. And it could become addictive, where you might, instead of actually going out and living life and just trying out life, you're instead online talking with AI. And I'm not gonna lie, I might be falling in this category. It's more of like a hobby, whatever. Whatever, you caught me. I'm addicted to AI. Cheers to that, baby. I'm just kidding. This is tea, by the way. All right. Now, let's use AI to be practical in our real lives. I'm a very practical person. In fact, I'm so practical that the examples I'm using today are real examples so that I can kill two birds with one stone. I really do like to be a very optimized woman. So while I'm filming this video and hoping to be valuable and insightful to you, I'm also using this time to improve the next quarter of my life by updating my personal training program, my skincare routine. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how to do those things today. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so I think the best way for me to do this is to just show you my screen. And if you're interested in pausing and reading it more thoroughly, you can definitely do that. I don't want to read everything because it'll take forever and this video will become too long and no one will want to watch it. So for the first prompt to become a personal trainer and physical therapist, I just brain dumped a lot of information about myself and about what I want it to act as. So I said, it's a personal trainer certified in both NASM and ATG, and it's also a physical therapist who specializes in longevity, performance, functional strength, and injury prevention. I am a NASM certified personal trainer myself, so this one was a little bit easier for me to prompt because I already know what it takes to make a good plan. This is all the information I gave it at first, but I asked it if it has any suggestions for me to improve my prompt. So I did that. That's a good tip to make your prompts a little bit better. So then it just organized it for me. I read what it wrote and adjusted and made sure that it was actually very accurate and had my fitness goals out of the order of priority that I wanted it. So I reorganized those in the correct priority. I specified what kind of expert I want it to be, and I told it exactly what I want and who I am. I gave it background information, and then I gave it fitness goals in order of priority. I asked for specific program guidelines. I want structured workouts. I surf when the conditions are good, so I want to let it know that I'm going to be surfing in lieu of training. Unless I just somehow have a lot of time that day, then I can do both. The things I wanted it to include are a month-to-month progression, detailed exercises, reps, sets, and rehab and surf-specific focus. I want warm-ups, cool-downs, CO2 protocol, VO2 tips. So the first one is ChatGPT-5. I like this one because it gave me some big rocks to read. I don't really know what big rocks are, but it essentially just gave me kind of like an overall key on a map you're supposed to read before. So I said, if your pain is 0 to 3 out of 10, continue. If it's more than 6, we got to stop. Add 1+ set on the left for the first 6 to 8 weeks. Wrist and toe protection. Breathing, nasal for zone 2, which I do already. Mobility, slow exhales during isometrics. Great. It gave me a 4-month plan. Month 1, we'll be doing, the goals will be calm the knee, toe, wrist, build joint capacity, ATG style. 2 lower days, 2 upper days, 1 conditioning day, 1 mobility day, and then a surf replaces upper and conditioning for that day. Double progression. Month 2, month 3, daily 10-minute AM outside, do barefoot when possible. Toe yoga, spread and press, interesting. Knee over toes, tibialis raises, Patrick step downs, those are all good. I actually think this is a really good morning mobility routines. Warm up and cool down, strength and rehab sessions detailed. So it has slant board for squats, which is cool. I do have that. ATG split squats, great. Tibialis raised, pelvis control. Progressions by month. M2, add KOT, knee over toes, split squat depth. Load, cool. Hinge and glutes back friendly. Hip hinge to box. What the fuck is that?
Begin the hip hinge movement by finding a table or structure that is approximately knee height. Stand in front of it and send your hips backward until you feel your hamstrings engage.
Well, cool. Chest supported dumbbell row. This looks really good. I think this is a really good plan so far. Zone 2, apnea walks, great. Crocodile breathing. Month 1 example, Monday, lower A, Tuesday, great. Surf swap day. And it's answering about the menstrual cycle and energy tuning. Gym day every 2 weeks. VO2 max tips. Hills are great, but use gentle grades to protect the knee and toe. That's important because I would probably go send a hike. 3 quick flow options. Option 1, performance day. If I slept well and I'm not surfing, then yes, do lower A. If knee is cranky, replace squats with reverse sled drag if gym, or backwards band walk. That's kind of cool. I like how it gave me the option of if I'm at a gym or not. These are all the priorities, non-negotiables. 2 zone 2s per week. Surf paddling counts for 1. Hell yeah. Surf specific extra sprinkle. This is getting so intense. Sprinkle it in. Awareness. 3 slow pop-ups with eyes on horizon. Land soft. Knees tracking. Feet quiet. Cute. So that's a pretty good one. So I just put it in the free version of Claude Sonnet 4. Same prompt. So this is what it says about it. It says, the comprehensive 4-month program addresses your specific needs systematically. Here's my professional assessment of why this approach will work for you. And then it says it's going to eliminate my pain. It's surf performance integration, practical design, critical success factors, and the expected outcomes. So that's kind of cool. Sweet. So let's look over it. So the 4-month longevity and performance training plan. I do like already how this looks a little bit more visually. Maybe it's just the font. I don't know. Non-negotiable daily morning routine, cat cow, 90 hip. These are good. It's like a 6 out of 10 morning warm up. ChatGPT's daily warm up was better. Workout selection flow chart. How are you feeling? So it does have a similar CO2 table and then similar recovery breathing. It's not really giving me unique exercises, and that's fine, but I feel like Claude is going kind of easy on me, which is fine. It's probably recognizing I have some injuries. I need to take it easy. And it's just saying for month 2, increase 5 to 10 pounds, add complexity to balance exercises. Month 3, strength and power. It says the same, it's similar where it's 4x4 intervals for VO2 max. Focus on nasal breathing. Interesting, it only gives me 2. It says follicular and then luteal phase, but what about when I'm ovulating? Interesting. I don't know if it just skipped. I feel like this part is a little short. Injury-specific protocols, marble pickups with toes. That's definitely a PT thing. When surf conditions are good, replace planned cardio with surf session. Keep strength training, crucial for imbalance. Do surf warm-up. So it really wants me to have a non-negotiable AM routine when time's limited, AM routine plus 1 compound exercise. I do like how it gave me a monthly assessment to keep track of all my progress. And that's cool how it also gives me progression criteria. My pain needs to reduce by 2 points and my balance needs to improve by 15 seconds. It recommends me getting a kettlebell, a Bosey ball, and a pull-up bar, and a lacrosse ball. So Perplexity says, I like how it immediately gave me a ton of videos to watch on turf toe. Just a ton of videos on turf toe. So the 4-month training plan. I like how it gives me a weekly focus, rehab, big toe sprain, joint mobilization, terminal stance, split stance. I don't know. This section seems a little vague to me. I don't really like how this one's structured. I'm not a huge fan of just the listed with commas format. And even the options it's giving, I feel like it's not that ideal. I do like this, a surf paddle simulation where you prone, band, rows, and then breath hold for 30 seconds, repeat for 4 rounds. I think that's probably going to be really good. The cool thing about this was it gives questions at the end where it's like, how many strength sessions should I cut back during a multi-peak? Well, I like that because that's a true experience that may happen. So I like how you can click on it and it'll give you a new answer. Act as a dermatologist and skincare expert. Design an evidence-based skin routine tailored to me. Include clear steps when, how to apply amounts, and how to introduce actives safely. Keep it practical. So this one actually took me a while because I looked up a template on what dermatologists would ask for if you were to go to an expert. And so it was a lot. It actually took me like 30 minutes. But I have all my goals, my skin sensitivities, my medication, environment, and habits that I have, preferences and constraints. I've told it that I'm okay with multi-step on some days, but preferably pretty standard. That's a lot. I told it about the actives and the tolerance that I have. Special cases, I mentioned that I have hormonal flare-ups around my period, and the format. This is the key part. So the planned format that I want a Monday through Sunday morning and evening routine with steps, the exact order, applications amount, wait times, and options for if I am breaking out or if something's irritating my skin, what do I do? That way I don't have to come back online. I just have it listed. And my goal is to always print these things out and post it on the bathroom wall or just really easily accessible. I don't like looking at my screen because I look at it so much. So the more I can print things out, the better. That's just my own personal preference. But anyways, a 1 through 10 score rating of each of my products, because I don't know if I'm using the right products. I've just been using them because at one point I chose them, but this is the time where I'm ready to get new products, maybe some that are more affordable but have the same active ingredients, or maybe some that this ChatGPT dermatologist is thinking would be really beneficial for my skin. A 1-page summary of key concepts about this routine, the science behind it, and why it works. Let's see what it's cooking. It's definitely doing a lot of analyzing. I like how it tells you what it's doing. I'm super excited for what it's going to give me, because what I like about this is that it's going to be better than what I can do, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to go to a dermatologist. My skin, I don't have any major issues, but I would like expert advice. And I'm not going to spend hours reading different articles, different research papers, looking up different experts in the field. ChatGPT and these AI large language models are able to do that for me, and it can make mistakes. I definitely know that, and that's why I like to review everything it tells me. But for the most part, it's going to be way better than what I would have been able to do myself. Here it is. Cool. Ooh, your 4-month dermatologist designed routine. So cute. Daily, less than 10 minutes, cleanse, optional if not sweaty. Why does it think I wake up sweaty? Sorry, but I'm just laughing because I actually do. My face gets kind of oily. I did ask for that though, so it's being very thorough. Sunscreen, 2 fingers, face, nightly PM routine, less than 20 minutes. Monday, azelaic acid night. Tuesday, tretinoin night. Recovery barrier period. I do like how it gave me this tracker. Why it works. Tretinoin. Where does it give me new ingredients? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wait, sorry, it skipped. So after the nightly routine, it went to how to ramp active safely. Cool. Exfoliation limits. If you're breaking out, especially pre-period. If you're irritated, scale 10, excellent. So the normalizing cleansers, 8 out of 10. Let's go, baby. I love this. This is where I feel like it's easy to read this and be really excited, and it's easy to be like, wow, it just gave me all this information. This is where you have to be careful and not just take what it says for absolute fact. So far, from what I do know about skincare, things like tretinoin, 9 out of 10. It is a gold standard, so I get why it's 9 out of 10. Seasonal tweaks, minimal travel. Let's see. Pat dry, the hard water, a drop of squalane to moisturizer. I don't dermaplane, but I was saying I was willing to because I've heard it could be kind of nice. Cute. Wait, I do like that it highlighted evidence. First line acne care, retinoid, blah, and it all has pretty good sources. PubMed, Mayo Clinic. Sweet. Well, I like this first draft. I'll have to read it more thoroughly and print it out and see, what works. But now let's try it with Perplexity. Oh my gosh, it answered very fast. So it says, I'll now design you a detailed evidence-based weekly regimen taking into account your goals, sensitivity, skin. I don't know if it is. We'll come back to that. Let's go to Claude. What the fuck? Wow, it's going pretty fast. Tretinoin, 10 out of 10. So I think it's doing similar scores. Let's see. Skin renewing night cream, 8 out of 10. I think Claude is giving all of my products 1 point more than ChatGPT-5 was. Wednesday. I like how it gives the prices because that's really helpful. So post, surf, and workout. Claude is saying to rinse my face with fresh water, gentle cleanse if sweaty, proceed normally. If midday, light moisturizer. So it says just like maybe clean it. Perplexity just didn't answer. So I'm going to paste it again and see if it can do anything. Perplexity is best for research and getting good sources. So I can see why it might not be the best at acting as a dermatologist and skincare expert, but it's not doing a bad job. It's still better than nothing. But this one's way less thorough and I just don't think I'll use it. It didn't even answer everything I wanted. ChatGPT-5 definitely performed the best out of all of them. However, I did learn something from each one. So I'll be able to take my favorite parts and put it into a document that I will refer to. I'll probably also go back and ask a few more questions and make sure it's actually giving me the exact results that I want.
I hope it inspires you to use AI in a positive way to actually improve and optimize your life. Because the point is, we do it really well once, and then we use it and actually improve our lives, get offline and, live it and live our lives in nature with the people we love, doing things we love, doing hobbies we love, just being a good person. But that's pretty cool, right? AI can be an expert in so many fields: financial planning, a language tutor, a creative coach, a business partner. The better you define the role, the better results you'll get. So here's the takeaway. AI is fast, powerful, and sometimes risky. But if you use it with intention, you can create systems that are going to make you sharper, healthier, and more efficient. And it's not about spending more time online. In fact, it's about building a life that's aligned with your goals, your health, and your values. I'm trying to become the most optimized woman I know, and maybe the most optimized woman you know too. But optimization to me is not about climbing the corporate ladder or achieving the most wealth. It's truly living a life that's true to me, just really appreciating and being grateful for the life that we are given. And if that is anything that you want to be a part of, or I guess I want to build a community essentially. And if you want to be a part of that, I would love if you subscribed and commented below. I do want to give a shout out to Maralv J. This person has commented on all my videos, so I really appreciate you. I see you, and I'm just so grateful that you've subscribed to my channel. And to everyone else who subscribed, I had 100 subscribers this past week, which honestly I was super hyped about. Cheers to that. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have an amazing day.